Did you know that last night, a 73-year-old man passed away peacefully in his sleep? His family was completely shocked. Just yesterday, he seemed fine. There were no signs of serious illness, no warnings at all. It was a normal evening, nothing out of the ordinary. But the next morning, he never woke up again. What happened? Could this tragedy have been prevented? The truth is, after the age of 70, some seemingly harmless night habits can silently undermine your health. They increase the risk of strokes, heart attacks, and even sudden death while sleeping. And the scariest part? Most people do not realize they are making these mistakes every day. In this video, we will explore 4 seemingly harmless habits before bed that can actually endanger your health. Some may surprise you, and others might be habits you have maintained for decades without a second thought. Stay tuned until the end of the video, as the last habit is something that most elderly do every night without realizing it, and it can put you in a very dangerous situation. You will also learn exactly what to do to ensure a safer, healthier sleep. Now, let's get started right away. Habit 1. Eating dinner too late. One of the common yet dangerous habits after the age of 70 is eating dinner too late. You might think that this doesn't have a major impact. Perhaps you have maintained this habit for many years without any problems. But the truth is, as you age, your body no longer processes food the same way as before. What you eat before going to bed and, more importantly, when you eat can significantly affect your sleep quality, cardiovascular health, and even increase the risk of dangerous complications at night. Think back to when you were younger. You could have a hearty dinner at 9 or 10 p.m. and still sleep soundly. But now, in your 70s, everything has changed. Metabolism slows down, the digestive system operates less efficiently, and the body takes longer to break down food. This can lead to acid reflux, sleep disturbances, and even increased blood pressure, all directly related to the risk of heart attack and stroke while sleeping. Have you ever woken up at midnight with a burning sensation in your chest, discomfort, or a racing heart? If so, it's likely that your late dinner is to blame. When you eat a large meal right before bed, instead of your body focusing on deep sleep and recovery, it has to work overtime to digest. The stomach secretes more acid, the intestines have to work continuously, and your heart rate cannot drop to the necessary level for a peaceful sleep. This creates a chain reaction, making sleep restless and shallower, increasing the risk of cardiovascular complications. For example, imagine a person like Mr. Martin, 75 years old. He has a habit of eating a plate of creamy pasta or a greasy burger late at night. Initially, he feels comfortable and full, but just a few hours later, he wakes up feeling a burning sensation, short of breath, and sometimes even coughing or feeling choked. These are signs of gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, a condition that can become dangerous during sleep as acid can enter the lungs, causing aspiration pneumonia, a lung infection that can be life-threatening in the elderly. Worse yet, eating dinner late can cause spikes in blood sugar levels, especially if you are at risk of diabetes or are managing blood sugar levels. When blood sugar is unstable at night, the body struggles to maintain appropriate insulin levels, increasing the risk of cardiovascular complications and decreasing sleep quality. So, what should you do? The simplest yet most effective solution is to finish dinner at least 3 to 4 hours before going to sleep. This gives your body enough time to digest before you lie down, reducing the risk of acid reflux and improving sleep quality. If you feel hungry in the evening, choose a healthy snack like a small handful of nuts, a banana, or a cup of warm herbal tea. These options are not only easy to digest but also help you relax and sleep better. Remember, your body no longer functions like it did when you were younger. A simple change in eating habits can make a significant difference in your overall health. By adjusting your dinner time, you can greatly reduce the risk of serious health issues at night, helping yourself achieve a safer and healthier sleep. Habit 2. Drinking too much water before sleep. Most people believe that drinking enough water is good for health, and that is true. But there is a time when drinking too much water can be harmful, especially for those over 70. This is before going to bed. If you often wake up multiple times during the night just to go to the bathroom, this could be a sign that you are unintentionally ruining your sleep and increasing the risk of falls, dehydration, and even stroke without realizing it. As you age, your bladder becomes less efficient at holding water, and the bladder muscles weaken, causing you to feel the urge to urinate more frequently, even when your body's water levels are not too high. Meanwhile, your kidneys continue to filter fluids throughout the night, which means if you drink a large glass of water, a cup of tea, or a glass of fruit juice just before going to bed, your body has no choice but to wake you up to expel these fluids. Initially, this might just be a minor inconvenience. You wake up once or twice to use the bathroom. But over time, the continuous disruption of sleep can have far more serious consequences than you think. Each time you wake up, your body is not just going to the bathroom. When you turn on the light and get out of bed, you are activating the sympathetic nervous system, making your body think it's time to be alert. This disrupts your natural biological rhythm and reduces melatonin production, the hormone that helps you maintain deep sleep. Worse yet, waking up multiple times during the night can increase the risk of falls and serious injuries, especially for those with balance issues or low blood pressure. Imagine someone like Mrs. Linda, 78 years old, waking up in the middle of the night with a sudden urge to urinate. When she gets out of bed too quickly, her blood pressure hasn't had time to adjust, leading to a sudden dizzy spell, a loss of balance, and a fall right in her bedroom. This is one of the leading causes of hip fractures and traumatic brain injuries in older adults, and sadly, many never fully recover from these injuries. In addition to the risk of falls, continuous waking at night is directly linked to memory decline and dementia. Studies have shown that deep sleep is when the brain processes information, removes toxins, and consolidates memories. When sleep is repeatedly disrupted, even if you return to sleep, the quality of your sleep is still affected, and this can increase the risk of cognitive decline over time. So how can you ensure your body stays hydrated without facing these risks? The solution is not to completely cut down on your water intake, but to adjust the timing of your drinking. Try to consume most of your water during the day, from morning to afternoon, and then gradually reduce your intake in the evening. If you're really thirsty before bed, drink only a small sip instead of a full glass. Also, be conscious of high water content foods like soup, watermelon, oranges, or even certain diuretic medications that can increase urination at night. If you drink tea or coffee in the afternoon, remember that caffeine is a diuretic, making you need to urinate more, so it's best to avoid those beverages after 4 p.m. By making these small adjustments, you can improve your sleep quality, reduce the risk of falls at night, and most importantly, protect your cardiovascular health, memory, and personal safety. A simple change can make a big difference in how you sleep and feel every morning. Habit 3. Sleeping in a room that's too warm. A warm room can provide a sense of comfort, but after the age of 70, keeping the bedroom temperature too high poses numerous health risks that you may not be aware of. Many older adults have the habit of turning on the heater or layering heavy blankets at night, thinking that this will help them sleep better. However, the truth is that a bedroom that's too warm can lead to dehydration, increase the risk of cardiovascular diseases, and significantly reduce sleep quality. As we age, the body's ability to regulate temperature diminishes. When you're young, your body can automatically cool down at night to bring you into deep sleep. But after crossing the age of 70, the body's ability to self-regulate temperature weakens, making you more susceptible to overheating without realizing it. This causes the heart to work harder to help the body release heat, creating unnecessary strain on the cardiovascular system, especially for those with a history of high blood pressure or heart disease. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night feeling restless, sweating all over, or even experiencing an unusually rapid heartbeat? These are signs that your body is struggling with excessive heat while sleeping, and the consequences could be more serious than you think. When dehydrated during sleep, your blood becomes thicker, increasing the risk of clot formation, one of the main causes of strokes and heart attacks during the night. Imagine a person like Mr. Raymond, 74 years old, who always feels cold at night. So, he tends to keep the room temperature at 75 degrees Fahrenheit, about 24 degrees Celsius, and layers thick blankets to stay warm. However, he wakes up multiple times every night feeling hot and uncomfortable, yet doesn't realize that the room temperature is the cause. Gradually, his sleep becomes erratic, his body doesn't have enough time to recover properly, his blood pressure rises, and he starts to feel more fatigued during the day than before. Research has shown that sleeping in a room that's too warm can reduce deep sleep, the most important stage that allows the body to recover, consolidate memories, and regenerate energy. When you don't get enough deep sleep, not only is your immune system weakened, but there's also an increased risk of high blood pressure, which exacerbates cardiovascular issues and accelerates cognitive decline over time. So how can you create an ideal sleep environment? Experts recommend that the optimal sleeping room temperature is between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, about 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. If you feel too cold, rather than turning on the heater or using heavy blankets, you can opt for thin cotton blankets and wear breathable sleepwear to help your body regulate its temperature naturally. Another tip to keep the bedroom cool is to use a fan or crack a window to increase airflow. This not only helps cool the body but also improves air quality, reducing the risk of respiratory illnesses. If you really need extra heat in winter, consider using a small space heater instead of heating the entire room, so your body still has room to self-regulate the temperature while you sleep. A simple change like keeping the bedroom at the right temperature can make a huge difference in sleep quality and your overall health. When you sleep in a cooler environment, your heart can function optimally, the risk of dehydration decreases, and your sleep will be deeper, helping you wake up feeling refreshed and energized each day. Habit 4. Sleeping in the wrong position. Most people don't pay attention to their sleeping position. As long as they feel comfortable, they think that's enough. However, after the age of 70, the way you lie down when sleeping can directly affect cardiovascular health, respiratory function, and blood circulation, and can even increase the risk of stroke or heart failure without you realizing it. A wrong sleeping posture can obstruct airflow, compress blood vessels, and lead to poor sleep quality more than ever. Many elderly people have a habit of sleeping on their back, thinking this is the best position to avoid back pain or to feel more comfortable. In reality, sleeping on your back can be one of the most dangerous positions for older adults, especially for those with cardiovascular or respiratory issues. When you lie on your back, gravity causes the tongue and soft tissues in the throat to collapse, partially obstructing the airway. This increases the risk of sleep apnea, a condition that can lead to oxygen deprivation in the blood, stressing the heart and increasing the risk of stroke or myocardial infarction at night. Imagine someone like Mr. Walter, 76 years old. He has been used to sleeping on his back since he was young, but over time, his wife noticed that he started snoring loudly and occasionally stopped breathing for a few seconds before taking a deep breath and continuing to sleep. At first, he thought this was nothing to worry about. But gradually, he began to wake up in the morning feeling fatigued, with headaches and difficulty concentrating. After seeing a doctor, he discovered that his sleeping position contributed to his sleep apnea, increasing the risk of heart disease and memory decline over time. Even if you do not have sleep apnea, sleeping on your back can affect the circulatory system. When lying on your back, gravity puts pressure on large veins, especially in the back and legs, making blood circulation less effective. This can increase the risk of edema, cramps, and even deep vein thrombosis, DVT, a dangerous condition that could lead to a blood clot obstructing blood vessels if not detected in time. If sleeping on your back is not the ideal position, what is the best way to sleep for those over 70? Experts recommend that sleeping on your left side is the optimal sleeping position, especially for those with cardiovascular or digestive issues. When sleeping on the left side, gravity helps blood flow more easily towards the heart, reducing pressure on internal organs and supporting more effective digestive function. This position also helps prevent acid reflux, a common issue in the elderly that causes uncomfortable burning sensations at night. However, if you are not used to sleeping on your side or find it difficult to maintain this position throughout the night, there are some simple tips that can help you adjust. Using a body pillow or a back wedge pillow to keep your body fixed in a side position can help prevent you from rolling back onto your back. If you experience hip or knee pain when sleeping on your side, try placing a small pillow between your knees to relieve pressure on the spine and joints. If you still unconsciously turn over while sleeping, try elevating the head of your bed slightly to reduce the risk of airway obstruction and support better blood circulation. A small change in sleeping position can help you reduce the risk of cardiovascular issues, improve breathing, enhance blood circulation, and help you wake up feeling more refreshed each morning. Pay attention to your sleeping position tonight and try adjusting it to see the difference it can make to your health. We have explored 4 seemingly harmless habits before bedtime that can actually have a serious impact on your health after the age of 70. From eating dinner too late, drinking too much water before sleep, keeping the room too warm, to sleeping in the wrong position, each of these habits can increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, sleep disorders, and even dangerous complications that few realize. The good news is that these risks are not unchangeable. With just a few simple adjustments to your nightly routine, you can significantly improve your sleep quality, protect your heart health, and enhance your longevity. Try to remember if you have been inadvertently engaging in any of these habits. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night due to indigestion, felt constantly thirsty, sweated because it was too hot, or felt fatigued from an improper sleeping position? If so, now is the time for you to start making a small change that can have a big impact on your health. Challenge yourself starting tonight. Choose one of the 4 habits to adjust and observe how your sleep changes. It could be eating dinner earlier, reducing your fluid intake in the evening, adjusting the room temperature, or trying a different sleeping position. Even a small change can make a big difference in how you feel in the morning. We want to hear from you. Please share in the comments which of these habits you have struggled with and what you plan to change for better sleep. If you found the information in this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any important content that helps you take better care of your health. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and we look forward to seeing you in the next videos with even more useful information. Wishing you a good night's sleep and robust health.